Sancho exit talks heat up. Lindelof out, ERIKSEN out. It is big exit talks this morning, as well as, of course, Manchester United being top of the league. Take a look at that screen below. We are top of the league. That's where we're going to stay. Well, yes. And then we woke up with our heads in a bowl of cornflakes, having had a fantastic dream. This is Forever United TV. Welcome along to your morning, Saturday morning, early update show, guys, bringing you across all the news from Manchester United. A bit of the aftermath from last night, but getting into, first of all, Manchester United transfer talks, as always, making sure we're covering you guys on everything that's happening in the market in these last few days of the window now, because we are deep into the last 2 weeks now of the transfer window, and we do need to start seeing a little bit more movement in the out department. In's pretty good, and it looks like we could possibly be bringing more in, but we'll get through all of that to get your thoughts on it, as well as some from last night on the game and everything else, what was said from Ten Hag, your favourite player performances, stuff like that. Let's get into all of that, but first of all, the nitty-gritty. Please give the video a like, guys. Let's get the 1,000 like mark up on this video, getting back into the normal routine this morning, and please do hit that subscribe button. You won't miss a thing. Matchday content, transfer news, everything going on with Manchester United. I got you covered here on Forever United TV. It was a late one last night. First of all, quick apology to the guys that did their fan vlogs outside, waited around. Really late it was last night. We haven't had a chance to get all of them up at all. A lot of them will be going up over the socials as well throughout the day, guys. So make sure you stay tuned for them and everyone else's thoughts on certain things that happened last night. But it was just too late last night, and we didn't have our full team out there. Josh was missing, and it was just... didn't realise how late it actually was when it got down to putting the content up. So, yeah, I do apologise if you haven't seen yours yet. We are working on it to bring it out to you guys, so don't worry too much. Yeah, here we go. Well, we want a here we go for a few players. Ten Hag was talking last night regarding Jadon Sancho, what was happening. Now, we know that Sancho was out last night because of his ear infection. We know he's got previous with that. That's fair enough. No really issue with that at all. Not going to bring it up into anything or saying it was an excuse. It wasn't. We know that's been there before. But Ten Hag was talking after the game, and that's the bit I want to get into more than anything, really, because you can just tell. Do you know when you can tell? Like, Ten Hag was talking last night after the game, saying regarding Sancho, why he was missing, answering them questions. He's talking about all the other players that were coming into Manchester United's side last night. Everyone that did well in that forward line last night, that got United the win. And just, he's going to find it difficult to come back into this side. There's a lot of players in front of him right now. And you can tell by the way that he's just putting it across to the media and the questions that they're asking him. Obviously, they're trying to get a bite out of Ten Hag at the moment on the Jadon Sancho situation. They're trying to find something that they can write and report because of the previous history with Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. It's clear what the methods are, and there is plenty more to talk about besides Jadon Sancho, but that keeps on coming up, and it will keep coming up until the end of this transfer window. But you've got to look at what's happening right now with United's team, on top of what we're talking with Jadon Sancho. Fabrizio Romano came out last night and said that the move for Jadon Sancho away from Manchester United is still a very, very big possibility. And it is, really, when you look at what happened there. Even if Sancho was on the bench last night, he isn't getting on that pitch. There's too many players ahead of him, and I think Ten Hag was alluding to that. So look, make your mind up. Try and push for a move away. If you're not going to push for a move away, then he is just going to be sat there wasting away. And that's going to destroy the man's career. There is no space there at all from what I can see. Ten Hag's first choice team, you can see it was clear as day. Like, Rashford is never going to be dropped. Quite clear. Even the substitutions. I mean, Ahmad wasn't great last night, but neither was Rashford. But it's always going to be Rashford that stays on. He's in Sancho's position, and Sancho doesn't stand a chance. He's not going to get in ahead of Garnacho. We've said all of this before. Ahmad and then what Xerxes did last night when he came on, and the same conversation was going around with the fans outside the ground last night. It's like, we heard about the news with Jadon Sancho. We heard like why he wasn't playing, and then you start to thinking, like, watching that game last night and how it unfolded and how Ten Hag used his substitutions, there's no room for him at all. And I think everybody knows this. And I think it's now got to be sinking in with Jadon Sancho that his time is up at Manchester United. We've heard about the possibility of the Chelsea loan move with obligation to buy. We'll keep on developments with that. It has gone completely cold with PSG, so I think we can take that out of the equation. There was another story yesterday regarding Sancho and the possibility of Manchester United sending him back to Dortmund and taking players and cash from them as well. I don't know about that one. I think that one probably sounds more unrealistic than the Chelsea one for me, because they still can't afford his wages, where Chelsea can afford his wages. And if Chelsea do get rid of, as expected, quite a lot of players, I mean, everyone banging on about Chelsea's squad size. I mean, just settle down a little bit. Yeah, they can't go into the season with that many players. They have to cut it down because that's all you're permitted anyway. So they are going to be getting rid of a lot of players. They may free up a lot of cash, and they may be able to bring Sancho in on that as well. Please get them likes up, guys. Keep your comments coming in. Keep them flying in, everybody. But yeah, I just look at Sancho and go, right now, even him as a player needs to be looking at the situation and going, there's no way. He must be able to see what's going down now at United. And all of the stories and all of the rumours that are floating around right now are Manchester United basically working overtime to try and get this done. And yeah, why is everyone saying that I'm 50? I'm not 50, guys. I'm not 50. I just want to make that clear before that conversation carries on. Stop it. Bad people. But when you look at everyone that's available for the move for Jadon Sancho and where he can possibly go, you've just got to say, look, writing on the wall, and a big problem for Manchester United if we don't end up selling him. That's what you've got to look at. It is a huge problem for Manchester United if Jadon Sancho is still here at Manchester United come the end of this transfer window, because I feel like then we're going to the territory of trying to force a player in again and trying to make room for a player. That's the problem that we've got with Jadon Sancho, and that does get in the way of things, because then you start moving players out of position that really don't deserve to be out of position. When you've got a player that kicks up a stink and is an issue, and you just want to keep him happy because you don't want to upset everything or set a bad environment and stuff, you end up moving other players around just to actually get that guy in. And look, that means that you probably may even put Rashford out on the right and put Jadon Sancho on the left, and then you're losing Garnacho and Ahmad, and it's just not fair. The senior players are as important as the youth players and the younger players in this squad. Everyone should be treated the same, and I just don't think if he stays, that's going to be the case. He's not a player that's going to sit on the sidelines happy, waiting for his chance. We know this. And I think it was a deliberate sort of like message out from Ten Hag last night after the game to say, look, he is going to find it very, very difficult to get into this side, as you can see. Again, that's another game with Sancho not even in the matchday squad. Loads of options on the bench, and United still winning the game and should have won the game a lot more comfortably than what we did with the chances we created. So, creation-wise, Manchester United don't really need Jadon Sancho, I don't think. I think we're fine. He's not known for his goal scoring. So, really, where does he come in? Where does he fit at Manchester United? He doesn't fit. That is the problem. He does not fit. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes as well. Stuart Pratley, welcome to the members club as well, my friend. Love that, mate. Thank you. It does feel like football is officially back, doesn't it? Like, talking about a game the day after. It feels weird talking about a game on a Saturday morning after a Friday night. That's strange, and I'll never get used to Friday night football. It really was a weird one last night. Lee Mackin with the updated membership with a message says, I hope this isn't another season. Rashford starts every game if his form doesn't improve. Massive happy birthday, Adam. Don't look a day over 30. Thank you. That's more like it. They're the ones I want to see there. We got Flash Talks with a super chat as well, who says, morning, Adam. Thanks for all the outside content out of around Old Trafford last night. Love it. As for inside, have they got rid of the Carling? No, it is just Carling still. Sadly, they've not changed anything inside in the North Stand. Plenty of updates around the other parts of the stadium, but nothing in the North Stand, sadly. And we had to suffer the same old crap. Carling Bay. Yeah, that was the case. On to more outgoings. Keep your comments coming in regarding Sancho, guys. Where does he fit in around Manchester United? There was stories yesterday as well about Victor Lindelof. Now, this is one that I think we'll just start to keep on developing as we go along. I think Victor Lindelof is definitely going to be leaving Manchester United. Italy does look a preferred option, and there is the possibility, distinct possibility now, as you can see from Damasio, he was the one reporting this yesterday, Victor Lindelof being reunited with our former goalkeeper David De Gea, because it is now been made clear that Fiorentina are looking into the possibility of bringing in Victor Lindelof this summer. And do you know what? good luck to him. See you later. He's just a player that just needs to go. Like, you will talk. I'm talking about Jadon Sancho and the situation that we've got right now with him trying to get into the side. It's 20 times worse for Victor Lindelof. And you only have to look at Harry Maguire's performance last night and how he performed, how he played. I thought he was outstanding last night, Harry Maguire. Really didn't put a foot wrong. There were some moments when he maybe held onto the ball a bit too long and you had that old worrying Harry Maguire feeling. A dreadful dive for a penalty, which got him the yellow card. But other than that, defensively, I thought Maguire was solid in the air. Interceptions were good. Tackling was awesome. Even some really robust tackles as well, which is good from Harry Maguire there. Timings was on. And you know what? That's a player like he said, he wants to fight for his place. And if that is our fourth choice and third choice for this season ahead, then I'm happy with that. That's decent. I do believe that he will still try and bring De Ligt in. I mean, I'm going to ask you guys, do you think that Maguire deserves to be starting against Brighton on Saturday? Do you think he should be in, or does De Ligt come in? Has Maguire done enough in that game? Happy birthday, Adam. Have a fabulous day. That was from Carol, who's just renewed her membership. Thank you. Adam, I would say you're my age. I'm 42. I am 43 today. So that was a good guess from Simon, unless someone's told him before and he's cheating. Kaz has just renewed her membership as well. Thank you, Kaz. Happy birthday, Adam. 3 points and a Carling. And some presents off Kaz as well. Loved them. Thank you, everyone, again. Keep them wishes coming in. Much appreciated. But yeah, I look at Lindelof, and I just think it's a move that we all know is going to happen, and a move that just has to happen. I think everybody is comfortable with Lindelof going. I think he needs to realise now that he has to go. He isn't going to get any game time this season, I don't think. If he stays at United, he's in exactly the same boat, which is why I made the video on these two today. Because when you play a game of football, it's like all the talking's been done. And now the season has started officially. And you get to know, it's like who can come in there. He can come in there. He could probably make an appearance there. But when you look at the bench and you look at the players coming on, and then you start to remember what Ten Hag is actually like with the way he works his substitutions in and who he prefers to play, Lindelof and Sancho are way down that pecking order. And you just don't see them coming back into the side. They're not going to come back into the side, unfortunately for them. Good for us. Big decisions need to be made now. And I think Ten Hag is actually in a position where he can make them now with the board and that structure behind him. I think they are well and truly behind. If they are wanting to progress Manchester United, and like Dan Ashworth said and Barada said, like everything that we do is to help Manchester United perform on the pitch. Every decision that's made, every little bit of money that's been spent is all to help Manchester United get better on the pitch. And that, I feel, is backing the manager and getting rid of players that really don't belong. And them players are Victor Lindelof and Jadon Sancho right now. Another one you could add to that list is Christian Eriksen. United really are on the quiet, not so much quiet, but like really pushing Eriksen out now. There's not a chance he gets anywhere near this side right now. Honestly, he's like, well, Scott McTominay is there as well, and there's no extra updates on McTominay apart from what we said yesterday, which was that Napoli are well and truly favourites, and McTominay has made it priority. He's put them as the priority. That's where he wants to go if they can thrash out a deal with Manchester United. Well, Scott McTominay's there. Eriksen is just, he really is, like, he's surplus to requirements, isn't he? That's what Eriksen is right now for Manchester United. There's no way that he gets in that side above anyone else that's on that bench in that midfield area. I don't see him coming on ahead of Collier when it comes to that sort of holding role. I don't think it suits him well. I think he would be someone who you would bring on late in the game to maybe open up a defence. But if you're going to choose between Scott McTominay and Christian Eriksen to come on the pitch, then it's always going to be Scott McTominay because I think he's got more of an impact. You kind of bring in Scott on to like he did last night, because if Xerxes didn't put that ball away, then Scott McTominay's right behind him. That's why you bring Scott McTominay on in games like that. And that's where he is useful in this squad as a substitute, as a squad player. Impact sub is what Scott McTominay's role is at Manchester United. And he could have taken all of the headlines yesterday. If Xerxes didn't get his foot on that ball, then I think McTominay's putting that one away. So I look at it and go, right now, Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen. I think Scott's big. Eriksen's got half a chance to stay in if Scott goes. But I still think United are trying to push out Scott, Eriksen, Sancho and Lindelof. And then you've got Hannibal and Palestri as well. it's a busy time for United. Could we get rid of all of them players in the last few days of this window now? I think there's a big chance. I think United are putting all efforts into moving these players on. And you know what? I think it will help Ten Hag just to have them out of the way, because he's having to look after a lot of players, and everyone that we're talking about there are senior international players as well. And that's hard to keep them players happy on the bench and keep integrating them in for little bit parts. It just doesn't work, and it's difficult. And I think Ineos come in here and help Ten Hag out by getting rid of these players. Ten Hag, I feel, can come out and be confident in what he's saying, like he was last night around Jadon Sancho, and him finding it hard to get back into this side because of the way that other players are performing. I think Ineos are helping Ten Hag, whereas before I think Ten Hag would have been scared into saying something like that, and we probably would have found the fact that he would have been trying to find room for these players, because he didn't have the support of the board and the hierarchy last season. Well, not in the way that Ineos are going to do it this season anyway. So, yeah, I can see them 6 players all being outed in this last week and a half of the transfer window now. And it will improve United massively, because it gives the opportunity for the other players to come through. It gives the opportunity for the younger players to come in. You're taking McTominay and ERIKSEN away from possibly bringing another midfielder in, or an exciting youth academy player coming through. There is endless possibilities for United through the youth development right now and the academy, and there are plenty of players that are just sat there in the way. And I think Ten Hag will appreciate the help coming from Ineos from upstairs in moving these players out the way. And I think that comes across in how he's talking, and I like it. I do. I liked a lot of what Ten Hag did last night, to be honest. I didn't really have many complaints with a lot of the stuff. Some individuals still concern me going into the season, but you can't complain with a win. Simon Slade says, with another super chat, thank you, mate. How far from OT are you? I want to meet you for a chat. Oh, thanks, mate. I'm not too far away. I'm about 10 minutes in the car. 10, 15 minutes in the car, mate. You can always catch me on match days. Everybody knows where I'm at on a match day. Steve Brindle, legend, mate, back in the chat with 5 donated memberships. Henry Long, Rogerio, John O'Connell, Leon Willis, and Radu Stefan. All welcome to the members club. Please give Steve a big thank you. We have over 1,000 in the room. It is the morning after the game. We've probably got a few sore heads, a few tired people as well after watching that. If you was at the game, it definitely was a late one. I know I am absolutely knackered this morning. It always is the same. You lay there in bed after you've been to a game, especially at night, and you can't get to sleep because you're just thinking about everything that went on in the game. You're thinking about what people said. It's a really awkward sort of like awkward moment trying to get to sleep after a night game. Like the adrenaline of the game. I know I'm this way. I don't know about you guys, but I just cannot get off because I'm constantly thinking about what could have been and what might have been. But luckily for United, we got the win, and I thought we played okay. I did. I've seen positives there. A lot of people are seeing negatives, and it's the same old. I don't think we're scaring anyone. No, we're not. But one thing that we all moaned about last season was the amount of shots we were conceding. And again, against City, under strength City, I think we conceded 8. I mean, last night we hardly conceded anything of significance to Onana, to Fulham against Onana. He didn't really have to make many saves. So really happy with how Manchester United stood up against Fulham's attack last night. Fulham have got some good players. I thought they played well. I think they probably feel like they deserve more out of the game. But in terms of clear-cut chances created, Manchester United were miles ahead of Fulham. I think we had about 5 clear-cut chances. We should have scored a lot more. Happy birthday. Thank you for the super chat, Tom. Thanks. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for all the birthday wishes as well. Your analysis is so insightful. You put the mainstream media to shame. Great job, Adam. Thank you for that, Babs. Jonathan says, I am still concerned about where the goals are going to come from. Yeah, I did mention you in my vlog last night, I think, Jonathan. And you asked that question on one of the live shows, like, where are the goals coming from? Well, Mount should have scored, Bruno should have had 2, and Garnacho should have had 1, but for an absolute shocker of an assist, attempted assist from Marcus Rashford. United should have probably won that game 3-0 minimum. and then everyone's talking about a different ball game. Young Jack came on, Jonathan's son, last night. His vlog isn't up on the channel yet, guys. You'll catch his on the socials later on. But he was saying there, like, look, if Bruno takes his chance, which he should do, Manchester United are a lot more comfortable in the game. We're probably playing with a bit more ease, and everybody's talking about a very comfortable win for Manchester United instead of United just getting over the line with a 1-0 win. On paper, it doesn't look impressive, and some will say last night the performance wasn't brilliant, but defensively I thought we were great last night. I thought we were very, very good. Yes, it's only Fulham, and it is the first game, and Fulham were a bit shaky and rusty as well as United. But I felt we dealt with it well. It was interesting seeing Martinez with Carragher after the game and how he dealt with Adama Traore. And he said it exactly how I seen it and how everyone else was saying it in the crowd. We got a little bit worried when he skinned Dalot and Martinez in the first half. We know what Traore is about. But then he just dealt with him from that moment. He learned from it, he said. And it's exactly what did happen there. He learned from it and we dealt with him very well, I thought. And it was a confidence booster that, you know what, we have got an adaptable defence now. And Maguire works well with Martinez. I thought he played very well last night, Maguire. I think Maguire was better than Martinez, personally. So, yeah. It is Adam's birthday, Steve. Thank you, mate. Andrew says, that's the problem, Adam. Scoring, which has been a problem for some time. We thought the problem was solved with Rasmus. Yeah, scoring goals is always going to be a problem for United. I just looked at it last night and I thought, you know what? You've got Rashford way below par. You've got Garnacho off the bench. Ahmad's first full season. Debut for Xerxes. Rasmus Højlund still injured. You've got all of that. And then you've got to just say, look, we've got options and there's possibilities. Endless possibilities for Manchester United. I think we just got to look forward to us actually finding the right blend and figuring out what is the best matchup for Manchester United in that front line. Figure out what the back line is. The back line looked good last night. I still want to see De Ligt come in because he looked decent when he came on. He just looked composed. He just looked like he just slotted into a pressure situation and went, yeah, no problem, boys. I've got this. That's a man of experience right there. Just got to stop right there because we've had a happy birthday super chat from Steve Brindle. Absolute legend, mate. You did not need to do that, mate, but it is massively appreciated. Thank you so much, Steve. Absolute legend. It just goes, just little bits of appreciation like that. You don't have to do it, honestly, guys. I don't want people to just do that, but I loved like the contributions because we do plow everything back into helping the channel and getting it back to where. Not back to where it was, but taking it to a different level. Sorry, I was supposed to say then. But like the love and support I get from you guys for the channel and all of your contributions is massive. And just a massive appreciation again. Steve, legend, mate. Absolutely love that. And hopefully I will see you. I'm going to be doing a watch along tomorrow for the Chelsea and City game, guys. So hopefully you can all join me tomorrow for that one. And and we'll see what... We'll see what comes about from there. But yeah, hopefully we can get Steve on there. But I'm looking forward to getting back to the normal watch-alongs again. So we'll be on TIFO. The link is in the description, guys. Make sure you jump across to TIFO for the watch-alongs. But Steve, thank you very much, mate. Get your comments in, guys. And let me know what you thought. Who was standout for you last night? Who were you looking to come in? Who do you feel in that Manchester United side really is undroppable right now? Because I looked at Mazraoui last night and I thought, oh, Dalot's got a problem. I thought he was accomplished. And yeah, one game. But we can only talk about one game because there's only been one played. So it's like me trying to just put a negative onto the season because we've not played games yet. Let's just talk about what we've seen. The eye test. What we watched in front of our eyes last night. I thought Mazraoui was outstanding for a debut. Opening day. Under the floodlights at Old Trafford. I thought Mazraoui was excellent last night. And nearly every single person I spoke to outside Old Trafford was saying exactly the same thing. It was an outstanding performance from a guy making his debut. And that's what we love to see. I thought all the debutants were fantastic last night. Really loved it. Adam, you are spot on pointing out the shocking pass from Rashford to Garnacho. Appreciate the fact that you call out the continuous inept performances of Rashford, unlike a certain other. Look, I don't want to constantly have a go at Rashford, and a lot of people pull me on having an agenda against him. I don't. But some people would say that Garnacho fluffed his lines last night, or he missed that chance against Rashford. And I just don't want Garnacho to get stick when it really was Rashford who had the poor pass. Look, that wasn't Rashford's worst game. I thought it was better than a lot of the games he played last season. There seemed to be a bit more energy about him. I don't think his end product is there. And how long can Ten Hag keep playing him when you've got other players that are doing better? That's my question, and that's pretty much on Ten Hag. I can't really blame Rashford. I can have a go at Ten Hag for keeping on playing him because he's the one in charge of the subs and actually starting him in games. So that's how you've got to look at it for me. Another mega super chat. Happy birthday, bro, from Nubian with the £100 super chat again. Legend, thank you so much, Nubian. Absolutely smashed it this month, mate. Love that. That is absolutely mega. It really is. Carol has just dropped in 50 memberships. Holy Lula, you guys are absolutely mega today. This has turned out to be one mega super stream. Sorry, it's just like appreciation levels are at an all-time high. I do get blown away by stuff like this, guys. It really is. And I can't usually accept it. I don't know. I don't usually have the words to sort of like say thank you or like how to accept like gifts like this. But I can only put it down to like putting hard work in and dedication to the channel and you guys actually loving it because it does blow me away. And again, like Steve dropping that super chat in. Obviously Nubian again, legend doing his, and then Carol 50 memberships. I'm not even going to try and attempt reading out all of the memberships. It's just too many. But wow, I'm lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. All for my birthday as well. I think it's quite fitting that there's a little present there on the little symbol for the memberships as well. But yeah, thank you so much. Carol, Nubian, Steve, everybody else who's dropped super chats in as well on the stream today. Every little bit helps and every bit goes towards making the channel better, and that's what it's all about, guys. So massive thank you again. And to everyone who has wished me well on my birthday. It's been a tiring one so far, honestly, like knackered from last night. But buzzing. Like birthday today, United got me the win. I'm going out watching Alfie play pre-season in a minute as well. Kaz has got me all set up with all my presents and everything and my cards. Feeling the love this morning, guys, from everyone at home and on the stream as well. Please do subscribe to the channel, guys, if you are just tuning in. I know there's thousands of you watching at the moment, and the numbers are really good. But I really appreciate it. I love to take you all into the actual season as well. I know there's a lot of people that like watching the transfer stuff. Some prefer the match day stuff. Love to just get everyone in, just make an appearance, get your comments in. I'll try and read out as many as I possibly can. Absolutely brilliant. Celebrate your half birthday moving forward. Carol is a legend, Wayne. Good point, she is. And thank you guys for actually commenting on the guys that have donated, the people that have donated as well. That means a lot, like people showing appreciation on the channel for the people that are actually doing these big donations as well. That's massive. United on TV has just subscribed. Love that. Happy birthday, says Phyllis. Babs says, have a great birthday, Adam. Your shows are brilliant. Babs, love you. And I'm glad that you picked up one of them memberships as well, Babs. She's back in. Does YouTube provide free memberships to people who are already members? Strange. No, I think people's memberships run out and then they get the chance to be renewed if someone donates them, mate. Sorry if anyone hasn't picked up one of them new ones. We've had 56 members on this stream alone simply because of the kind donation of Steve and Carol on them memberships. Hopefully you guys are lucky enough to grab one of them ones. Surplus Troubadour. Thanks for the sub, mate. Great name. Happy birthday, Adam. Lots of love. FUTV says the Muppet Show. Thank you, mate. Love it. And look, we've got to look at this as a very positive day for United, I feel. We are in a good position right now, and I just want, it's like I have my thoughts, I have my views. Sometimes they may be negative. It's not negative. There's no agendas. It is just saying it as it is. That's all it is. And that's all I will do on this show. And hopefully that's what you guys appreciate as well. Like, I'm not going to skirt around the edges of serious subjects. I'm not going to hold back when I feel like something needs to be said. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to make it my own. And then you guys can give your opinions on top of that. And that's what we do on FUTV. And that's what we've always done. And that's what I want to build this community around, giving everyone their say. Everybody's opinion is right. Everyone deserves an opinion. And that is good football debate. And that's what I love. And that's what I feel like we've got here on FUTV. But guys, yes. Right, I don't think there is going to be a midday show because there's so much football going on. So obviously it changes while the season's on. But we will be back obviously tonight. They're not going to miss out on the evening show. But I feel like today I'm just going to have the day, have a birthday. I'm going to watch Alfie play football now. And we're going to see through the day. Let's just see. I'm trying to plan the day out in my head right now. You can tell I'm knackered this morning, can't you? And unplanned from the night before. But yeah, I think we're just going to see out the day, enjoy a birthday, come back to you guys later on, have a top show later on, and we'll go from there, guys. But yeah, that pretty much rounds up the show. Just a massive thank you again. Please give the video a like, guys. Thank you for all the super chats, the kind donations for my birthday, all the well wishes. Cheers, everybody. You absolute legends. And hopefully I'll see you all a bit later on this evening as well. We'll judge it and we'll sort of move the show around the football so you can all enjoy the football and get into the football vibe again. So enjoy the footy that's on today. And I'll work the show around this evening so we can all have a look back on what's happened on the opening day and go over everything properly. But I'll be back if anything breaks. Don't worry. If there is breaking news, I've got it, guys. I've got you covered. But happy birthday to me. Cheers, guys. Love you all. Absolute legends. Thank you so much. Mods, members, everybody, new members, super chatters. Brilliant. Up the Reds, top of the league. Look at that table at the bottom there, guys. We are top of the league. How long will we stay there? That's another question. I'll see you all later on. Cheers, everybody.